All genres, all indie. Indie 100.
Hi, this is Stevie Hawkins, and you're listening to Mickey's Maximum Exposure.
Welcome to Mickey's Maximum Exposure. Thank you so much for listening, tuning in again. Today, we have a great band, a great artist who is an LA Music Award winner. So let me introduce them. It's Stevie Hawkins. How are you doing, Stevie?
Doing great, Mickey. Happy to be here. Thank you for having us on your show.
We also have Charlotte and Miles here. How are you guys doing?
Fantastic.
I really, really loved your show.
Thank you.
Last night, and Miles was on the piano. And
right.
I've never really seen anybody play drums and sing at the same time by themselves, because I saw you back in the voting party in September, and that was just you, and I was like, whoa, I didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, well,
that was amazing.
Yeah, people get up and sing to tracks and stuff, but yeah, it was fun, yeah.
Yeah, and Miles, you were great on the piano. You were just sitting there and going to town on that, and that was a really high energetic. You guys played Procrastination. I love that song. You're trying to get everybody into it. It's like, yeah, everybody procrastinates now and then, so I think everybody can relate to that song. Huh?
Absolutely, yeah.
So how did you first get into music? Did you grow up with influences or anything like that?
I definitely grew up with it. My mother was a big band singer when I was a little boy, and my stepdad was a jazz pianist. And
there you go.
So I grew up in
full of music.
Yeah, that realm, listening to all the old great singers, big band.
They probably had headphones on your mom's womb while you were just jam into that.
It was what really hit me though was Ed Sullivan in 1964. One of the Beatles. It's like, oh, that's what I want to do.
Yeah, that's interesting, because most music didn't really hit it that big until like TV came out and they started doing that. Then it just went global, I think, with that. So before it was more local, and then you had to kind of build audiences locally everywhere you go. Then all of a sudden there was TV, and then everybody could see it wherever they're at when they're at home. So that's really an interesting point there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think kids nowadays, they just take it for granted, because they hear tons of music everywhere. They can hear it online. They get it on their cell phones and all that stuff. But before, back in the good old days where you had to go to the clubs and go to the live music and just go to that scene, I just love that. You know, and a lot of people do that anymore these days, and so we're trying to encourage that, and with our radio show, and also being a photographer, I just love being in that live scene. So when people go to a live show, it's completely different.
Right. Yeah,
and I see that energy in you when you're playing out there, just jamming on the drums and thrashing it, and oh man, it's awesome.
Yes, it's a vibe. Yeah. It's like, the old vinyl records, there's a vibe that comes off that
the
vinyl.
Warmth in the sound that doesn't translate on CDs anymore.
Not yet, at least.
Unless you artificially put it in.
But it
still doesn't
I try
sound
to do
right
that.
either.
I try to analog process as much as possible.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so how many CDs have you put out?
This is the third one.
Third one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is this your first win at the Music Awards, or... Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that was definitely an honor. But get Record of the Year, and male singer-songwriter, and Charlotte Executive Producer of the Year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just love your accent, Charlotte.
Oh, thanks, Mickey. I like yours too.
I guess Americans don't think we have an accent, but to everybody else we do. Yeah. I guess none of us think that Americans have an interesting accent, but I love the Southern accent though as well. And I'm just the only boring one with the California accent, I guess.
Nothing
no, I
boring
love your
about
accent
that.
too, Miles.
No, yeah, I have an accent. I was born and raised here in Los Angeles.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
I kind of hear a Southern accent, though.
You know why? Because I have Southern interests. Ever since I was a kid, listening to music, R&B, and rock and roll at an early age.
Yeah.
It's that's why I'm so in love with Steve, because I think Steve and I have the same DNA.
Yeah. You got the same
Oh,
soul
yeah, I definitely believe that.
connected
Yeah.
right there.
He's a real brother. You know?
I said that to Stevie all the time. Yeah. I'm not sure what it is, but something's in there somewhere.
That's great.
Yeah.
So how long ago did the band form?
Let's see, probably about a year now. Because I actually
Really? It's
I
only been a
worked
year?
on.
Sounds like you've been playing a long time together.
Yeah, well,
That's called musicianship.
yeah. The guys on this record are like the real guys. It's like I got Blues Brothers horn section. Or guys, the actual band that I've pulled together is like Bones Malone and Blue Lou Marini, Don Harris from Tower of Power alumni, and Jaroslav Jakubovic on as a horn section, and then Chuck Webb, bass player. He's he does a lot of stuff with Grover Washington Jr.
Oh, nice.
He's playing most of the bass tracks on the record. But anyway, I've got a plethora of musicians, as Uncle Earl said, on there. But I wanted to achieve and capture certain vibes for the different tunes on it. It's like certain horn players, they create, when you put certain horn players together, they create there's a harmonic vibe or harmonics that happen.
Yeah.
That with one group of people, and then the next group of people, it's like the Memphis horns. I've got Wayne Jackson and Andrew Love on there as well. And, they're just, from Otis Redding on, they've got this sound that nobody else can, emulate.
Yeah, and every player has different chemistry with others as well, so not everybody can play with each other and sound the same.
Yeah, but then what I do is on the back end is pull together. I think what have I got? Rusty Cloud is not on the record. And anyway, there's 14 of us.
Wow, that's a huge band.
Yeah,
I guess you couldn't bring everybody out here to LA.
No.
But I'm glad you made it, and the guys made it with you.
Yeah,
so
me too.
Let's play your first track.
Okay.
It's called "Good Times."
Good Times.
By Stevie Hawkins.
Everybody needs some recreation. Hop on the good time train. Get away from the day's frustration. Play some party games. Let's go tonight. Let's go. All right. Woo! Catch it at midnight. We'll ride good times under the moonlight. Let's ride good times. Bring some fun and some fire rhythm. Relax and share a toast. Grab a hold of a joyous feeling. Jiggle a funky bone. Let's sing, let's dance. Let's kiss, romance. Woo! Catch it at midnight. We'll ride good times. Under the moonlight. Let's ride good times. Ride.
And we're back, and that was Good Times by Stevie Hawkins. Great song, great vibe, great music. But the only thing is better is seeing it live.
Yeah.
I can't stress this enough, but I just love live music. And after seeing you live, just hearing the track is like I'm trying to picture you behind the drums and playing and you behind the piano and everything. And so
Yeah.
I wish, our listeners could feel that vibe as well.
Yeah, it's got great energy live.
Yeah, I just love that live energy. That doesn't really translate as well, on CD. Even listening to a live recording, it's still, not the same to me anyway.
No, that's always the challenge.
Yeah.
I mean, like last night at the event, everybody on stage, it was just
it was,
much.
I mean, there was so much participation from the crowd too, and everybody was so into it, and I think people were like up, standing on their feet. It's like, yeah, it was so awesome. It was just great. They were good times, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's it.
So when you record, go in the studio, do you start with lyrics first, or do you start with the music first?
Yeah, it's actually the music and melody, and then we for this project, that's the way we did it.
Because it took you 2 years to put it together.
Right. Yeah.
That's a long, as Miles was saying, a long pregnancy.
Yeah.
Big time. Whoa.
There's 20 tracks there, and
Wow.
You got some tunes with a 12-piece horn section, and everybody, you got guys in New York, a guy in Chicago, strings in L.A. and Oregon and Barbados,
It's a
tracks
wonder
were cut
nowadays.
all over the place.
Yeah, it's wonder nowadays. People can record in a different city, send in the track to you, and then you throw it in there.
Yeah.
That's
really
called
cool.
a lot of patience.
Yes.
And I do have that.
Yeah.
When it comes to putting a
definitely has
project
patience. Yeah. A lot of it.
Well, the bottom line, he did it right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all. The results are there because
Right.
he took his time and he did it right.
Mm-hmm.
If he was didn't care, then he would just throw something together and throw it out there, so it really shows that you put your blood, sweat into it, and you just have to make sure it's perfect before it comes out, so.
Yep, I wanted it perfect but loose, and human,
Mhm.
It's like my vocal tracks, they're not perfect,
Well,
and I
people
didn't-
don't like perfect voices anymore.
and everybody's using this auto-tune plug-in,
Yeah, that's
who sings in perfect pitch? No
No.
one.
yeah. Not
But-
too many people can do
But
that.
it's like that's not human. It's like George Duke said. He was talking about a lot of the young jazz pianists. And it translates, as he said, it translates to a singer, anybody, that everything is like, he said, the jazz piano players, it sound like the stuff is rehearsed. And the notes are all perfect. He said that's not human. He said the beauty is you're playing a solo and you go, whoop, I can't miss that note, but you kept on. But the thing is, you went for it. Yeah,
Exactly. Well, jazz
and that's feel.
is
That's emotion.
meant to be felt. It's not meant to be rehearsed like classical music where you do it perfectly in the same way every time.
Right.
You improv.
Right.
And you do it differently every time. You shouldn't, I should say, play the same jazz song the same way twice, ever.
Exactly.
It's got to be different. You throw your own thing into it. Whatever you're feeling at the moment, just throw it in there.
And that's
jazz.
me.
That's so boring when a jazz musician is playing and he's basically saying, I didn't hit this note or I didn't hit. Who cares? Play with your feeling, with your heart.
Exactly.
It's just like a singer. If a singer is singing jazz, and I can tell if they're singing from their heart or from their head.
Exactly, yeah.
Oh, that bothers me.
Yeah, if somebody's singing the lyrics from their head about a heart being broken, you're like, I'm not convinced. I don't think you really have a broken heart.
Absolutely.
But if you're singing from the heart, from a broken heart, wow, it just floors everyone. Everybody feels it in the room.
Because if someone sings from their heart, they're selling the song.
That's it.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the whole deal.
Yeah,
So,
and you guys really sold it last night at the Avalon.
well, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
That was a lot of fun. So
Yeah, it was.
if you had your choice to play anywhere you want, where would you want to play?
The inauguration. Funk at the president's
There we go.
inauguration. Funk for United States of America.
Yeah, I think America needs some funk right now.
Yeah.
Because we're in a different kind of funk.
Yeah.
We're in an economical
exactly
funk
right,
right
yeah.
now.
And what was it you said last night, Miles? Obama said he needed.
Oh, you mean that cliche?
Yeah.
Well, actually, I would love to say it, but it's so unique, so original.
Let's keep it. That's right. I got you.
Yeah.
Save it for a
Yeah.
song.
You're going to save it for the
We're
song.
going to save that.
We'll give you credit.
I know.
No, nobody can steal that.
Yeah, we'll wait for the next record for that one. Yeah, I got you.
I can tell Miles comes up with a lot of deep stuff.
Yeah, he sure does.
Those late night conversations, he comes up with deep stuff.
Well, I come from the heart and the head. I
Yep.
mean, you never know what I'm going to say or what I'm going to do. Just like on the keyboards, I said, I hope I'm going to do this or do that. But when you get in front of the keyboards, something happens. Just like, you know, playing behind Stevie. I mean, it was an experience.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, a treasure. We've been knowing each other how long?
40 years. Miles was my
40
first
years,
music
wow.
publisher.
Oh, wow.
He was one of the first to give me, recognize that, hey, this kid might have something here.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you go way back.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh. I mean, he was wearing Pampers then, right?
That's true. Yeah.
I got to
In
check
a few
on him
years,
now.
he's going to wear them again. No, I'm kidding.
Might as well.
He might have Depends on now.
Yeah, but as far as places
great.
to play, but I love Europe. That's.
Have you toured there?
Yes, I've been over there, and the people. They appreciate live music.
Yes.
I
Very
mean, they
so much
really
more
do.
so
They
than they do
actually
here.
listen, and I don't say that from, hey, listen to me, ego thing. It's
Right.
just that the contrast is like when my first show over there in France it was like, wow, man, these people are actually, they're actually out there
Pay attention.
listening, and it's not just some wild, crazy
Yeah.
screaming party,
All right. Great. Well, so let's get our listeners paying attention to your next song called Bam by Stevie Hawkins.
Baby, I'm 100% satisfaction guaranteed.
Ooh, I like it with them high heel shoes on.
Diggity dig, baby.
You know you're hot, so melt that bottom bag. Bottom to top, I love that body bag. The way you bounce, jump and weave, swivel it, baby. You sexy thing. Lunge and rise, feed my fantasy, baby. Dance for me. Turn it, shake it, tease it, squeeze it, move it, do it to me. Ooh, I do that thing. Whip it, dip it, split it, hit it, twist it, sense it, dance it, baby. Oh, make a bell ring. Oh, you got the juice, all them slinky diving moves, making a scene.
And we're back, and that was Bam by Stevie Hawkins. All right, so it's a lot of fun having you guys here. You guys just make me laugh and just really enjoy life, because I can tell you enjoy life a lot yourselves.
Absolutely.
So tell me about a couple of those moments where you really enjoy life.
Well, it was, let's see, 1974, I believe it was. And I did a fill-in date. I'm originally from Knoxville, Tennessee. There was a 14-piece band in Knoxville called 14 Karat Black. They were a soul band, soul funk R&B band. Well, their drummer got sick or something, and they called me to fill in. There was a soul review, as they used to call them back then, and it had Eddie Floyd, Rufus Thomas.
Nice.
Gosh, who was James Brown was the headliner. There was one more in there, but I can't remember who it was. But anyway, got up and did the set with we opened the show 14 Karat Black, and so I get through. We get through the set, and I'm standing backstage, and this old gray-haired man comes running up in this patent leather boots, pink shorts, and and a pink jacket. And he's like, man, oh man, I love your funky beat. He said, where'd you learn to play like that? Who is it?
James?
Nope. Rufus Thomas.
Oh, Lord. Oh, my God.
I actually had, at that point, I was about 17, I think, at that time, 17 or 18. And I didn't know who Rufus Thomas was. I knew who Eddie Floyd was. I knew who James Brown was.
Right.
But Rufus stuff didn't get on the radio in Knoxville, and he was just, not on my radar. And he was like, asking me if I might be interested in coming out and playing some shows with it.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, well, I don't know. There was some conversation went back and forth. I can't remember, but anyway,
But the pinkness kind of shocked you, huh?
So I kind of held off. I was like, I don't know, And he went up and did his show, and I was like, man, yeah, I'm in. It's on. Rufus.
Hooked in, right?
Oh man, Rufus, that guy, he'd get any place moving. But it was just to me, it's like the vision was so hilarious,
Right.
But I didn't know the man was a legend,
Right.
And
But that's a huge compliment when someone like that, hears your stuff and is like, hey, I want you to play with me. That's a huge compliment
see,
right
Steve
there.
represents that it factor. See, in talent, a lot of folks have talent, but they don't have that it where you say that is a winner. All right? In my opinion, he's overdue.
Definitely.
Overdue big time.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we're talking today, write this date down, a year from now, all right? I predict big time things for my buddy Steve. No question about it. He will be in the top 10. If I have to buy all the records myself.
we're going to have another radio hit.
Miles has spoken. It's out there in the cosmos now.
Yes.
Going all the way around the globe and right back.
And it shall be.
365
it shall
days
come to
it will
pass.
be. Miles has spoken.
Well, and I can't wait to be there when it happens.
Oh, you will.
'Cause that's going to be a huge tour that's going to, I'm sure, come through L.A.
Of course it will,
and I'm going to be right up front, rocking with you.
You will get a free pass, all right?
Thank you.
There you go.
Definitely looking forward to that.
I'll call the printer tomorrow.
Oh, man, that's great. I don't think I've ever seen a guy in pink shorts.
Oh man,
Maybe in West Hollywood, but
look up.
Yeah.
Well, he's got a similar out. Have you seen the documentary film?
No, I haven't.
Watt Stacks.
Oh, it's a great documentary.
Check that out.
Oh,
You'll
right.
look up Rufus Thomas on YouTube, and he's got essentially the same outfit on. With the white patent leather boots and the pink shorts and the pink coat. And I won't go on about
He's doing the funky chicken.
If you watch it, you'll see the reaction of he's just a magnet. He gets a place. He got the place going. Didn't matter where he was at. And the band, it was like this, what he called freestyle Memphis funky is what he called it. Everybody was playing something different, but it all gelled together, and it just created this locomotive groove that, there was no time limit for the song. I mean, everybody sensed when it was, okay, this is enough,
Right.
Rufus. But man, you talking about, it didn't matter where he went, he's going to bring the house down.
Yeah. That's what's so great about jazz. It's like everybody's feeling each other. When you're doing a rock band, it's like, okay, we're going to play this song and then we're going to end here.
Right.
It's like everything's rehearsed.
Right.
But with jazz, it's like, well, I'm feeling this, and then the next person next to you is feeling something else, and they'll play along with it, and then you feel something else with it, and everybody kind of gels together.
Yeah,
so
it's a
so
beautiful
great.
thing. That's that's kind of what I call it. I call it sensing. It's like even in the Southern rock realm. That's like my first CD was the Southern rock, was more jam oriented, and you get a certain group of players that have that it factor that Miles spoke of. It'll go just wherever it wants to go, and everybody seems to know where it's going.
Yeah.
Even though you don't.
Exactly.
Well, it's almost like doing the back in the days when you're in church and someone gets up, maybe a cappella, maybe just a piano and vocal, and stomp on it, and the congregation says, "Oh my gosh, that's that it factor." Rhythm and blues, R&B, man, it's nothing like some good old down home funk.
That's it.
Oh yeah. You've been to churches that most people haven't been to yet. So that kind of experience, I think most people have never experienced.
Well, tell them to turn the yellow pages. Find you a religious gospel church and be educated.
There you go. Yeah, I just love being a gospel church. It's like, man, they can rock it, and they'll just keep going. They don't care if the pastor's going to speak or not. They just keep going.
The spirit.
What's your favorite color?
Blue.
I'm going to have a blue limousine pick you up Sunday to take you to a gospel church.
I'm going to hold you to it, too.
And at the church, we have some good old meals. That's the other good part.
Yes.
Oh, that's a good
Down
part.
Oh, yeah.
home.
Some great fried chicken there.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Okay, now I'm getting hungry. All right, so let's play your next song, Peace, Love, and Happiness
Yes.
by Stevie Hawkins.
I'm feeling all my senses naturally. Hope gently reaches out in the quiet. My mind is full of comfort. My heart is alive. Ever since the day you came, wearing a smile, everybody wants to fly up above the day. Your faith gives me the wings, takes me to that place of peace, love, and happiness. That's all we need to succeed in this life we're created to. Peace, love, and happiness. Peace, love and happiness. That's what I found with you, my baby. Peace, love, and happiness. That's all we need to succeed.
All right, and we're back. We just heard Peace, Love, and Happiness by Stevie Hawkins. Man, I just love you guys riffing here in the studio. It's been a lot of fun. And I know that, you know, you have a certain direction with your music that you like to go to. And what do you hope people get out of your music after they've heard it?
That they felt it.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
What do you want them to feel?
the message, the dynamics of the music, the heart that went into it. You know, the musicians.
Do you hope that, you know, they come out with something inspirational, happy, or do
I think
you
that's the main thing.
whatever
I
it
think
is?
this project, we really focus on that kind of messaging, like hope,
Mm-hmm.
you know, overcome. I mean, even the songs that are a little darker or a little sadder,
Mm-hmm.
they're still uplifting, that there's, you know, that belief
Mm-hmm.
that it will turn around. You know, I mean, feelings change, they're subject to change all the time. So
Sure.
whatever you're feeling today is not necessarily how you're going to feel tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes a good song will completely change your mood.
Right, exactly.
No matter what you're feeling, you can put
Yeah.
on a song that just gets your toe tapping, and all of a sudden you just feel better
Yeah.
about things. So I think we really wanted this project to have that kind of real music and just great beat and good groove that you just couldn't help yourself, no
Yeah.
matter how you felt. You couldn't help feeling better.
Yeah.
But we didn't want to load it up with like love songs, and you know, we wanted to create a good mix of things, you know, because it's like my previous CD was more bluesy, is more in the blues vein, you know, blues and soul vein,
Mm-hmm.
but the lyric content was kind of love heavy, you know, love song
Sure.
heavy, you know, he and she type
Right.
thing. But this one, you know, Charlotte, that's like she said, you know, we really wanted to put messages, you know, positive messages. It's like
Definitely.
it's like the tune Faith, you know,
Yes.
it starts out from the dark side, you know, it's like a shell of a man without a plan, you know, living life in defeat, you know, but at the back end of the song, you know, you found faith in God.
Mm-hmm.
Now everything, you know, it's all good.
Well,
on
yeah,
the back
that's
end,
great.
you know.
I think people need that nowadays. It's a lot of people losing their
More than
jobs,
that, exactly,
you know, losing their
right.
homes, and they need something to cling on to, and,
Right.
and so that's a great song for that.
Yep, yeah, but Charlotte did a great job of the lyrics on this. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so you also write music?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, I write
wow.
the lyrics, so.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. That's really interesting. Not too many people put 20 songs on a CD anymore these days.
No,
I mean,
that
It was hard to
could have been two
No,
CDs.
there again,
It
you know.
just kept going and going. I'm going like, okay.
No, this, you know, it's this particular project. I tell people, and they're like, yeah. But I had a calling about it's almost 3 years ago now, I guess now.
It would
yeah,
be,
yeah.
yeah.
And there was a voice that told me to do this record. And it was the universe, you know, speaking to me, and guided me musically through the entire process. You know, it's like things it took, like I said, you know, I had touring in between and all that, the production, but still it was like this voice, the universe was speaking.
It's like a light from above.
Yeah, the God
shine down on you.
Yeah, and
That's great.
and it said, okay, this is enough. You know, stop here. You know, no more. And the songs are, I think, in sequence as they were written
Okay.
on
Yeah.
the record.
Wow.
Which is unusual too. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
they're
true.
they're in the same sequence as that calling, you know, and so
So that really kind of tells the journey of the whole entire process of the album,
Right,
Too, because some
exactly.
people put their best songs in the beginning, so people don't get bored and like, oh, I don't want to listen to it. But you just put it in the order that they were made.
Right.
So, wow,
Yeah,
that's great.
usually it would be, you know, because you listen to it and you try to line them up in certain
Right.
ways, you know, to do with concept or whatever.
Right.
But this one was just, it just was already there, you know, flowed.
Yep. And then, you know, some of the topics for the tunes, you know, the hooks, as they call it. It wasn't necessarily the hooks, it was more the topics, you know, and the melodies.
We had fun with that.
Yeah, we really did. I mean, we were like
Well,
off.
I mean, I learned a lot.
It's like the spirit of the butterfly, you know. There was a butterfly. We were in Gatlinburg that landed
Yeah.
on my shoulder. It was very unusual looking,
And it just
it
stayed.
just stayed there.
Oh wow, that's
Like,
really cool.
Walking around
We're
town.
walking
it
around
just
town. I've got a
stayed
little
on
pet
his shoulder
butterfly, you know.
the whole time.
So we got back and we were listening to that track. You know, we ended up researching Native Americans, and then somewhere in there,
Totems and spirits.
and we found that butterfly. So then we went on to researching butterflies themselves, and that song that it was amazing, the journey that the butterfly actually goes through. You know, from
Yeah.
the chrysalis and
the chrysalis,
yeah.
Caterpillar to
and,
the
and just
chrysalis.
the difficulties a butterfly overcomes
and
just to
then
come out of a chrysalis.
it's just total free spirit once it fully evolves. You know?
Yeah, it's amazing how they even survive. They're so fragile, and so
Right.
small, and I don't think they live very long either.
No.
Maybe like
No.
a year or two or something like that, and that's it.
Yeah.
So wow, that's really cool, and I just love these backstories about how songs are written. You know, it's you never know what can happen, and then it ends up being a song.
Yeah.
This is it, right?
Yeah, and I think
that was just there. It was great.
yeah, that a butterfly really kind of tells a story of people that are in trouble, people that are, you know, stuck in something like in a chrysalis, and
Right.
feel like they can't get out, and then but when a butterfly is born, they make a little hole, and then they have to squeeze out of the hole. So without squeezing out of that hole, they can't come out to the world, you know. And I've heard
Exactly.
you know different messages and stuff talking about stuff like that, and so and that made me that your song made me think of that too. You know, it's like, man, we need to be reborn into something new,
Exactly.
something more beautiful, and we need to go through a rough process in order to get to that. So,
Right.
Growth is
That's it.
painful.
exactly, yeah. So I can tell that's what the album's all about.
Right.
It took you 2 years to get out of that chrysalis.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
pretty
it's-
much.
but
That
it's-
is
Look
the
at
way it
Miles.
And something beautiful came out of it. So
Yeah. You know,
I had something I might have said, but we're on live radio.
okay, I guess we'll hear it afterwards. But let's play your next song. It's called "Come On and Do It"
Yep.
by Stevie Hawkins.
Well. Get it, baby, get it. Woo! Come on and do it. Oh, yeah. All right. Feels real good. All night long. Come on and do it. All right, all right, all right. Imagination, feel its power. You got to have it. Inspiration, drink it deep. World at your feet. Yeah. Liberation, do what you like. Dance in the light. Let everything vanish. Get funky and fly. Show feels something to me. Yeah. Come on and do it. Oh yeah. All right. Oh yeah. Feels real good. Ha. All night long. Come on and do it. Collaboration, grooving tune. Take it lower. How low can you go? realization. It's your fantasy. Transcending here. Manifest yourself. Your heart's a door, so open wide. Create some space for you to fly. So
Come on,
come on and do it.
oh yeah, all right, oh yeah, feels real good. All night long.
Come on and do it.
Get down, baby.
Come on and do it.
Oh yeah, all right, oh yeah, feels real good. All night long.
Come on and do it. All night long.
Give me drama some, y'all. Hey. Oh yeah. You hear that bass player? Get the guitar player some. Listen to the organ play. Listen to the horn play. Go on, y'all. Woo! Oh, yes, yeah. Well. Get it, baby, get it.
Come on and do it.
Oh yeah, all right, oh yeah, feels real good. All night long.
Come on and do it.
Come on, yeah.
Come on and do it.
Oh yeah, all right, oh yeah, feels real good. All night long.
Come on and do it. 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 Come on and do it.
All right, and we're back, and that was Come On and Do It by Stevie Hawkins. Well, it's been such a pleasure having you guys here in the studio. Why don't you let everybody know how to find your website and how to find your music and how to buy your music?
Yeah, just StevieHawkins.com. It's all right there.
It's all right there.
It's all on the
Easy,
website.
simple.
iTunes, Amazon, the whole lot. Yeah.
You can find your
Facebook,
stuff everywhere.
Twitter. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's all right there on the homepage.
Great.
Right, all the stores.
And you have some videos as well?
Yeah, we got some videos
fans?
on the website. Yeah.
Nice. And
Yeah.
if anybody wants to come and check out the live experience, they can find it on your website as well, because you'll put your
Yeah.
tour
Yeah.
dates and stuff.
All
up
that.
there.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
everything will be on StevieHawkins.com.
Right.
Great.
And all the links to whatever people want to know or see or hear.
And
Yeah,
when's
there.
when's the next time you're gonna play in LA again? 'Cause I gotta check it out. I gotta get my blue limo. Actually, that's the church. But
No. It's yours.
oh,
The
wow.
license plate will say Mickey. Indie100.com.
All right.
We're going to hook you up.
That's
Yeah.
a great hookup.
Oh, yes. We do it right.
All right. So thank you so much for being here. Congratulations again on your LA Music Awards win.
Thank you.
And hopefully it doesn't take another 2 years for the next CD.
Yeah, no,
You know?
we've got one
We've
in the
already
works.
got one in the
Yeah.
works, yeah, right now.
But it's
Okay.
there again. It's another direction. You know,
Mhm.
it's back to kind of a bluesy southern
Southern
rock,
rock.
type thing.
Okay. Miles is really clapping his hands. He's going wild there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear that because that's my forte. That's my roots, basic LA, and I love the South. Just like, it's like if I had my choice right now, I would go to high school, college in the South.
Uh-huh.
But I hear so much of Stevie for where he is in the process of going. It's the sky's the limit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
So the reason I'm excited, because even coming up to the studio here, I said, Stevie, I've got a couple of songs for you. I'd like for you just to hear. And I know one, I can say this on the air. The last night he said, "Oh, I like the title. It's entitled, I'm Looking for an Ugly Woman."
But I've got a beautiful one.
I'm looking.
Yeah, there. I was just looking, going like, okay, so that's what the guys will like that, but I don't know about the female fans.
So, this might be across the bar for Steve, but it's an incredible concept.
It definitely is. Not too many people sing about ugly women.
Oh yeah,
They sing about the beautiful ones,
Right.
but not the ugly ones.
The other half of the title is I'm looking for an ugly woman because if she leaves me, I won't feel so bad.
I can always find a prettier one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow,
goodness.
that's great.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'd like to thank my daughter and Deanna for being here with us. She flew in from Ohio to join us, and Jon Will over here, her fiance. And,
All right, congratulations, you guys.
thanks.
Yeah, I just want to shout out to Arklow, Ireland. Yay, everybody.
Ireland.
Yeah, so they were all very excited last night about the win, so yeah. So to everyone there, all the family, all the cousins, all the brains, yay. Yay.
And that's my last name. Yay.
Yay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you again. And we're going to play one last track before we close out. So thank you again. And hopefully in 1 year, when you hit it big, you won't forget the little people here.
We'll be right back here.
Come on back.
Thank you, Mickey.
All right. Take care and God bless. And we're going to play Procrastination by Stevie Hawkins.
Who is the one that has all the answers? Perfected the art of the evasive dancer. Love is a way secure in the shadows. Yeah, yourself. Step into the night. If I talk you entertain, that second thought chimes in your brain. Procrastination.
outside yourself. You're a winner. You got ass kicks. Don't hold yourself back.
Good God!
Yeah, I want to rock with you. I want to roll with you. I want to get funky with you. Let's get funky together.
All genres, all indie. Indie 100.
Hi, this is Stevie Hawkins, and you're listening to Mickey's Maximum Exposure.